Shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, also to the bishops and all the Akim out there pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, and shalom to the hopeful elect. We're living in the last days. We're living in the downfall of Esau's wicked kingdom. And there's many things that point uh, to this, that we know that this is that time, that these are the last days. So I'm gonna start with 2nd Ezra 9, starting at verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So Yahweh Shai is doing things on this earth and showing his power, and the watchmen, the prophets of Yahweh Shai Shai, we see these signs, and that's how we know that these are the last days. Therefore, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, so there's many earthquakes, one that happened in Morocco, was I believe flooding in I believe it was Libya, and there's all types of things going on. You have the Russian-Ukraine thing, you have China, you have what's going on over there in Korea, like everyone's racing for nuclear weapons because they know that this last war is going to be fought with nuclear weapons. And there's uproars of the people. What happened over there in France? There's I know people down there in Ethiopia. There's a whole bunch of just killing, and these things are going all over the world. You don't see it on the mainstream media. You have to kind of dig in to look to know about certain things. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is being manifest right before our eyes. The ones who've been paying attention and who've been keeping a watch, we see these things. But to many out there who are just completely blinded and have no idea what's going on, they don't see these signs. It's just another day. It's another day on the earth for them. Whereas the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, we see what's to come. We'll start with Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 7. Neither less hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and civil, and of pestilence. So the prophets were, and back then the prophets were prophesying of of the downfall of their kingdoms and many things that were going on, and just so how it is like so that the the prophets are prophesying these same things now. You know, they're out there on the highways and hedges, you know, speaking of the downfall of this kingdom. Um, the MOTB and all these wars and all these evils and all these things that are taking place and that are going to take place, things that are going to increase, and this is a sign that we are in the last days, because the word is, the prophets are prophesying the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, prophesying of his return, and the vengeance that is going to be taking place out here. Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long will thy go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath created a new thing in the earth, and a woman shall compass a man. So the woman is over the man in today's society. This is another sign that points to that we are living in the last days, because we're living in a queendom. This is not a kingdom. The woman has more rights now than she ever did. She wants to be equal with a man, but then when war breaks out, they're not going to be the ones that are going to want to go into battle. The male is pushed out of the household. A woman gets more money from the government when she is a single mother than when she gets more help. She gets more help from Esau, Edom, when the father is not in the picture. So this just shows you that the woman is, she's put above a man. And this is how we know that we're in these last days. 2 Timothy chapter 3, and I'm going to start at verse 1. This know also, that in the last day perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own self. And prime example of men being lovers of their own self is social media. People post everything nowadays. Every time they put on a new outfit, every time they eat a meal, or wherever they go on their day-to-day, social media is a prime example that these are the last days. We are living in the end, the times. We're living in perilous times, because this is the end of this kingdom. And so people are real prideful. You can see it on their face. You can see it on the face of women, when you come across them. You can see it on the face of men when you come across them. So, for men shall be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. So the kids these days, telling their mothers, there's what's the word I'm looking for? Like they could care less what their parents have to say. They tell their parents to fuck off, and they do what they want. every, all this these blasphemers, uh, forgot this that guy's name, saying how he can make himself as God, Norai or Shalaka, I can't remember his name, but that guy pushing that we can make ourselves like God, and and we don't need God, and how we don't need to believe in a God, and basically just real wickedness, unholy, you know the it's just wickedness. Everything you watch, everything you see, it's a real dark vibe energy you get off of it. You know, I was watching a show yesterday, and of course there had to be some alphabet shit in it. Almost got through the whole show, and I was like, damn, you know, there's none of that shit in it. And then lo and behold, they find some way to fit that crap in there. Verse 3: without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, in, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. So, the ones of us who are trying to live and follow the laws and statutes, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we are looked at in a weird sense. People meet me on the job, and they'll be shocked when they find out, I don't smoke, because that is it is forbidden. We're not, we have to treat our body as a temple. So when I tell them these things, they look at me like in disbelief, look at me shocked. When you tell them you don't eat pork, it's another thing. Just the other day at work, people were asking me if I ate bacon, and I said no, and they kind of laughed at me and said, oh, oh, that's the best thing, that's the best meat on earth, pork, gotta love your pork. Well, I could care less what the hell these people think. So yeah, they despise us when they despise us of the good that we are trying to do. They want us to be a part of their wickedness. Verse 5: having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. So this is how we know these are the last days. We are living in the end times, because many of these things are being taken place right now. These are traits of people. Amos 8, verse 11: behold, the days come, saith the Lord our power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And that famine of the word is slowly approaching. Brothers make certain videos about certain topics, and it gets cut down. When we speak when we speak against the evils that are going throughout this world, such as their alphabet agenda, or about taking that jab, or about the MOTB. Our videos are quick to get shut down. They don't want this word going out. So that famine of the word is going to come. It's slowly but surely, it's happening. Just like it says in Habakkuk, though it tarry, wait for it. And this prophecy right here hasn't fully taken place, but You can see it. You can see it happening. And that's another sign that we know that, this is the end. These are the last days. You gotta watch what you say. So there's no such thing as free speech anymore. Matthew 16, chapter 2. He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning it will be foul weather to the day. For the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but cannot discern the signs of the times. So these signs are showing themselves, and many of our people, the ones of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and natives, have no idea of what's going on. You can see right before your eyes that this kingdom this wicked kingdom is crumbling and is going to fall. But the way our people are now, nation of Israel, these 2/3, they don't care. Only the elect can discern the times that they're in. Verse 4. A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them and departed them. So they're looking for some big, sign to be, smack right in your face, when the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yashar are out here prophesying about the word, and you can't discern it. And a lot of it has to go to because it's if you don't see you see the prophets out there in their garments, to them, they look at the men of the Lord as, like, oh, these can't be the men of the Lord. They're not wearing a suit and tie. But if they see that preacher, that false teacher stand up on, in front of his congregation and speak whatever word he thinks he understands, then people, will be quick to believe that. But then they see the prophets on the highways and hedges, prophesying, and people just walking by them, not giving two shits. But the time is going to come where people are going to be looking for the prophets on the highways and hedges, and the Lord is going to give an order where the prophets are not going to be out there, and it's going to be too late. Matthew 24, verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? So the disciples asking Yahweh Shai, like, how will we know when the end is going to be? How will we know when you will return? And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Don't be deceived by that wicked man Esau, and be deceived by these false leaders of Israel here, pushing just foolishness, not pushing the true doctrine, the ones that don't have the 100% truth. Well, the apostles and and elders of GMS. You know, our apostles have 100% truth. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. So many will come saying that they're the anointed, you know, that they're the one, they're the Yahweh Shai, that they're this, that they're that, they're this man of the Lord, that man of the Lord. When a man of the Lord wouldn't come out here saying that he is this person from back then or that person from back then. So if certain men are saying this, Yahweh Shai said, many shall come and they try to deceive many. Verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars, rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So many rumors of war are going on right now, you know, many. And it is just, you know, tensions are boiling, and you know it's like, you know, the water in the pot is boiling up, you know, and it's getting hot and hot, and eventually it's going to overflow. And once it overflows, that's when all hell is going to break loose. Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So it's clearly this is something that is happening now. So that's how we know that we are in the last days, because these events are being taken place, and they're taking place at a higher rate than they ever were in the time of history. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So it's, you know, we haven't seen anything yet, you know. There's going to be a lot of pain and death that is going to come, you know. There's a lot of talk about this emergency broadcast that's going to be going out this coming week, you know, or sometime this month. So, you know, we're going to wait. We're going to wait and see. This could be another sign. This could be another event that could be the beginning of sorrows, you know. If what they say is going to happen, we know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. Verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So, you know, the world, you know, people are starting to understand who the Hebrew Israelites are, but a lot of people don't. And, you know, we're going to be on the forefront. You know, people are going to know who we are soon. You know, they're going to come after us. They're going to try to shine a bad light on us. But all this is to be expected, because Yahweh Shai spoke it. He already told us. Verse 10, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. So, and many prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. You know, telling them that it's okay to take that mark. You know, that the mark of the beast is sin. That juice is okay to take, you know, because Esau Edom said it's okay. It's got to be okay. Crazy. It's crazy that, it's not crazy, but it's beautiful to see that, you know, Yahweh Shai spoke of these things, and literally seeing these things happen right before our eyes. Literally. Like, how can you deny this? How can you deny this truth? Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. This world is getting colder and colder, you know. People are willing to do whatever and whenever, you know, whenever and whatever they have to do to get what they want to get, or to get what they want. Verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So those of us who put our trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, those of us who believe and keep the faith, you know, the Lord is promising us that we will be saved if we endure all of these things that are to come. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness unto all nations, then shall the end come. So this word is being spread, you know, especially it's being spread with the use of the internet, you know, throughout the four corners of the earth. The word is being put out there, you know. The elect are waking up, and you know, this word is being preached at an all-time high. You know, the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And it's another sign that, you know, that we are in the end times. The end is going to come, because this word is going forth. You know, this brother's making videos, you know, every minute, every hour of the day. There's so much information out there. Last piece I'm going to get is Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So this system, this MOTB system, is already out there, you know. The infrastructure is already put in place. You know, we see it. They have the palm scan readings. You know, a lot of places don't accept cash anymore. You know, it's just strictly, a lot of places are just strictly debit and credit. You know, when I go to buy something, you know, without even asking me whether it's cash or debit, they already have the debit prompter right in my face, because everyone is just already in that everyone is already prone to the fact that everything is debit and credit. So imagine, you know, when that mark is you know, is put into effect, when that system is fully put into effect, how people are just going to go with it, you know, because they're already ready to accept that. And that's another prophecy that's going to happen, and then how we know that we're in the end times. And they're already talking about this chip being implanted. You know, it's just a matter of time. So it's going to do it for this lesson. I want to give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakadash, and double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, and to all the Akim out there pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. So, you know, we're in the end times. You know, so shalom to the hope for the elect, and just get ready. So we know this is the end. Shalom.